Hey gang, Carl White here, doing something a little different today, and no, this is not a drug deal. And apparently going down to the bank to get $40,000 is a little bit harder than what you would think. They actually sent me with a guard back to the house. So anyway, so the purpose of me doing this is literally $40,000 right here. Right, went to the bank and pulled it out, and I just wanted to see what it looked like. And one cool thing as loan officers or branch managers, like I am, branch manager, loan officer in the mortgage industry, we can easily, in my belief, and I've shown it for myself, easily make this much per month. Like, you know, you look at this, you go, holy cow, that's a lot of money, and it is. I've actually never seen 40,000 cash at one time like this, and it is. It's I didn't know how big of a pile it would make. It makes a bigger pile than I thought. And I thought, well, if I just mentioned $40,000, like, hey, what if I could show you how to, if I could show you how to make $40,000 a month, would you give me like 30 minutes to talk to you about it? And I thought, well, people might think, well, that's not realistic. Oh no, this is realistic, right? The amount of money we can make is absolutely realistic. In fact, what I want to do here first is talk a little bit about how would you make $40,000? And for some of you that are already making $40,000 a month or multiples thereof, you go, well, cool, Carl, that's no big deal, right? But those of you that might not be making this just yet, I thought we'd map it out. How do you make $40,000? So I got my little cheat sheet here. So, and I get it, depending upon what part of the country in, it's different amounts of loans we would need to close to clear 40 G's for the month. But as a general rule of thumb, let's say as a general rule of thumb, you walk away with $2,000 per closed loan. If you go home with $1,000, just double everything I'm talking about. If you go home with $4,000, just half everything I'm getting ready to do. But just for our purposes here today, let's say that you make $2,000 per loan. So to make 40 G's that would go into your pocket and spread out on your kitchen table, we need to close 20 loans. You go, wait. Now, some of you closing 20 loans, no big deal. But some of you go, well, how would you do that? Well, you just reverse engineer it. You just simply go, all right, to make 40 G, I need to close 20 loans, so I need 80 leads a month. Right? So in my world, just the numbers I work off of, half of my leads are approvable, and then we close about half of those. So about 1 out of 4. So if I want to close one loan, I need 4 leads. Now we're talking about referred leads, of course. You know, internet leads, we do those too. Whole different matrix. You know, that's somewhere between 0.5 and maybe 2%, maybe 3%, you know, 3 out of 100. But on referred leads, give or take, about 1 out of 4. So if I want to make 40 G, I need to close 20 loans. I need 80 leads because half of those are going to be closable, and then we're going to close about half of those, which would be 20. Well, if I need 80 leads a month to make 40 grand, that means I need 20 leads per week, right? Because you go, gee, 80 leads, how am I going to do that? Well, what if we make it in little bite-sized chunks? What if it's 20 a week? A little bit more realistic, if you want to use that word. You go, well, how would I get 20 leads? Well, as it comes out, we only need like 3 a day. I need 3 leads a day, right? 3 leads a day, and you and I have 8 hours today to make that happen. We have 8 working hours today to make that happen, right? So if I say, all right, you have 8 hours, go get me 3 leads today, and then we do that again tomorrow, and we do that again the next day, at the end of a month, this is what you have. This is real stuff, right? This is not monopoly money. This isn't just a ledger. This is real stuff. And we see loan officers in the mortgage marketing animals do this often. Now, does everybody make 40 G? Of course not, right? Most loan officers don't map out a plan. They don't do anything, right? And so they get no results. But those that do, we see some pretty impressive stuff sometimes. So you go, all right, Carl, I need 3 leads a day. How do I do that? That's what I'd like to show you. I'd like us myself and my team, either probably me, Ralph and Mike, get on the phone with you, and we're going to do a couple things. Number one, First of all, we're going to show you how to clear your plate off of all the clutter so that all we have to think of is how do I get 3 leads today? Not, wait, I got this appraisal and I got this survey and I'm chasing this bank. How do you get that off of your plate? It's a lot easier than what you think it is, right? And so once we do that, now we've cleared all the clutter. Now we can focus on how do we get those 3 leads. So what we'd like to do is get on the phone with you. Maybe we'll do a Zoom meeting. I like Zoom meetings. Maybe we'll either get on the phone or do a Zoom meeting, and we'll find out what are you doing. And then we'll look at what's some of the clutter we can take off. What would we have you do versus maybe somebody on your team do? If you don't have a team, how do you get that first person? And how do you get it affordable? Even today when so many people are looking for help, how do you make that happen? And then once we have that, how do you get these 3 leads a day? And look at what you're currently doing, make some small tweaks to it so that you can get your 3 leads a day or multiples thereof. Because if you think, well, 40 grand is not enough, I need 80 grand a month. We got people doing that, right? We got people doing that. They just bring in 6 leads a day. How do you do that? So I'd like to map that out with you. So there's a link somewhere on this page, a phone number, something, a tattoo they're putting on my forehead, something. Just go to that and let's set out some time to go over this a little bit. And I'm going to do one step further. If you, at the end of that call, if you think I've wasted your time, because I'm real big about not wasting people's time or people not wasting mine. If you think we've wasted your time at the end of that call, I'll grab 2 of these and I'll send it to you. Right at the end of the call, you say, hey, Carl, hey, Mike, hey, Ralph, this was a total waste of my time. You let us know, and no questions asked. You're the one that decides that. I'll send you $200 if you think we wasted your time. What's the catch with this? Well, when we map out this plan, we would like to, we're going to ask you at the end of that call, hey, would you like us to help you implement that call? And you could say, sure, I'd like you to help me do this, and we'll talk about how we do that. And you might say, no, I think I got this. Awesome. No hard feelings. Or in the unlikely event you think we wasted your time, I'll send you 2 of these just because you told me to. No hard feelings, totally cool either way. So click on the link, and looking forward to mapping it out with you.